Some time ago I built this, and back then AI couldn't build it with me. I fought for every line of code. Today I decided to hand over the same brief to the most capable model Anthropic has ever shipped. Let's see how it will cope with that. Quick context. Fable 5 is not an Opus upgrade. It's a new tier above Opus. Anthropic calls it Mythos class. It's the most capable model they have ever made public. And here is the part that matters for today. The longer and harder the task, the bigger its lead gets. On short stuff, it's nothing special. On long, ugly multi-file work, different animal. This model had a weird couple of weeks. It launched in June, benchmarks everywhere. Big deal. 3 days later, it got pulled. Gone worldwide. The US government hit it with the export controls after a report showed the prompt could slip past its safety guardrails. Then weeks later the controls lifted and it came back. But it didn't come back identical. And this is the sharp bit. They almost certainly didn't touch the model brain. What they changed was the guardrails around it. The new guardrails are more aggressive. And by Anthropic's own admission, they now flag ordinary coding and debugging more often. When that happens, your request quietly gets answered by weaker model. So the weights might be untouched, but for the some tasks you get nerfed experience. Before I show you anything cool, let me talk you out of it, because most of you don't need this. It's expensive, about twice the price of Opus. It is slow, it thinks before it say any word. That is the whole design. And it's a token vacuum. One well-known developer burned his entire daily budget in a single afternoon. 4 emails, blog posts, a simple script, overkill. A cheaper model does the same job for a fraction of cost. So who is this for? That's what I wanted to find out. And the answer lives in one specific place. Vision. Vision, that's the word Anthropic keeps repeating. State-of-the-art vision. And I glossed right over it. Every model sees images now. Who cares? Then I looked at what actually changed, and it rebuilt my whole test. Quick mechanism, and this part is not new. It is just how these models work. It chops image into patches. Each patch becomes a number that lives in the same space as words. So it reads a picture the way it reads a sentence. It's not tracking pixels, it builds understanding. Navbar, globe, button. So what actually got better? One word. Crutches. Older models needed a full harness to play Pokemon. Maps, hints, game state. Fable beat the whole game on the raw screenshots. Same job, fewer crutches. That's the real leap. But honesty check, because this one bites later. Sota Vision is doing some marketing work. It's incredible in reading structured images, screenshots, UIs, charts. Point it at the photo to count objects. Independent tests say it stumbles, which is perfect for what I'm about to do. A screenshot turned into a code is its home turf. If it really understands what it sees, it should rebuild my handmade 3D scene from one screenshot. Code it has never seen. So let's try to test it. That is the original app, so it's 3D Earth. It has some atmosphere, continents that actually doesn't look like real continents. It has orbit and satellites on that orbit. And there are some stars around. We can zoom in, zoom out, we can turn it, basically that's it. And this was built with React 3 Fiber. So I'm handing Fable the screenshot of this old build and one prompt. Rebuild it from the picture and then raise a bar. The stuff I couldn't pull off back then. That is the list of requirements. Let's run that prompt and see the result. And before we start, let's have a look at the state of the token limits in my account. Just a reminder that I have $100 subscription. Let's run a task and then check it again. Screenshot is attached and Fable 5 is selected. Now it's time to paste a prompt. Here is the prompt. So first we ask model to plan and then we're gonna ask to implement. And the effort I select for this task is medium. So the task is rebuild the scene in the screenshot as a runnable app. For the technical stack we specify React with TypeScript, React 3 Fiber, React 3 Dray. The same what I used for the old build. Then I'm asking to raise the bar and do upgrades. Also there is a part about the simulated satellites, some interactivity and landing layer. Let's run it. It finished running and it took around 15 minutes to build the app with that single prompt. An interesting part that I asked to create plan first and then proceed with implementation, but Claude went straight to implementation. I don't know why. But that's okay, that's the output from Claude. We're gonna test it in browser, but let's read what it output here. So it rebuilt the scene and it's running on 60 FPS with a clean console, that's perfect. It added a day-night mask, added telemetry that matches the visuals, then follows satellite functionality, clouds and night lights toggles, and that should be responsive. Here is the structure of the project. It used image to create a proper view of the Earth. Then it added some helpers, orbit textures and cities. 2 hooks, use reduced motion and use WebGL. And the components are scene, Earth, atmosphere, clouds. Also there are some shared components, nav, hero, stat strip, loader and fallback. Perfect, so now let's go to browser and test the app itself. Here is it, and I can say straight that it looks much better than my older build. Now it looks like a real Earth. Let's try to interact with it now. We have the same zoom in, zoom out, and by the way, atmosphere looks much better. Also we can see that day and night and the Earth shown properly. Here we have a bunch of light. Also you can see that there is a satellite flying around the Earth, and we can rotate Earth in any way we want. Now let's try to play around with these toggles. What if we switch off clouds? Perfect, we can see that clouds smoothly disappear. That looks great. What about night light? If we switch it off. Perfect, so now this part of the Earth fully in darkness. Let's switch it on back. Great. And also we have that toggle to follow satellite. Let's try it. Great. And that works perfectly. And we can see that it is even responsive. And now that is the snapshot of my usage limits. That task didn't use that much tokens. To be honest, I am impressed with the result, considering that it was only one prompt and a screenshot. That was a random test of Fable 5 on one of my projects. Of course, I need to test it more to get more solid verdict. But so far it's pretty good and very capable. But you have to remember this is not the best model to use it for everything. Because as I mentioned, it is expensive and it is slow. If you need to do some quick tasks, it's better to choose weaker models. For turning a design or screenshot into real hard visual code, for some tricky tasks like to build something with React Fiber or 3GS, probably it's a perfect pick. I tried different models on the same and they were struggling. I had to run into a lot of iterations just to make things fixed. Fable just one-shot it. For everyday coding, it's overkill to use Fable. Let me know in the comments your opinion about this model. I'm very curious to read your thoughts about that. And what are your use cases to use Fable? Don't forget to comment. And that's it for today. I hope this video was helpful to you. If yes, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot. Thank you for watching and see you in a week.